If you're starting this year feeling stuck, late, or behind in life, this episode is for you. Because today, I want to remind you of something that may change the way you see yourself forever. You are not late. You are not falling behind. And you are not running out of time. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, I know that might sound impossible to believe, especially when you're scrolling through social media and seeing people your age getting married, buying houses, building businesses, traveling the world, and seemingly figuring everything out. Meanwhile, you might feel like you're still trying to understand who you are, still trying to heal, still trying to find direction, still trying to become the person you thought you'd already be by now. And that's where the pain begins. Because one of the quietest truths of modern life is this: almost everyone feels behind. The successful entrepreneur feels behind financially, the married couple feels behind emotionally, the wealthy person feels behind spiritually, the person with a dream job feels behind in purpose. Even people who look like they're winning often feel like they're losing somewhere else. But we don't see that. We only see the highlight reel. We only see the finished chapter. We only see the smiling photo. And then we compare it to our private struggles. We compare our confusion to their certainty, our beginning to their middle, our reality to their presentation. And before we know it, we convince ourselves that we're losing a race that never actually existed. So before we go any further, let's define something important. What does behind really mean? Behind compared to whom? Behind compared to what schedule? Who decided that success must happen by 25? Who decided that marriage should happen by 30? Who decided that purpose must be discovered immediately after graduation? The truth is, there is no universal timeline, no master schedule, no deadline for becoming who you're meant to become. Many people discover their purpose in their 40s. Some build successful businesses in their 50s. Others find love in their 60s. And countless people experience their greatest breakthroughs after years of uncertainty. Yet somehow society keeps telling us that if we haven't figured everything out early, we've failed. But that's not reality. That's pressure, and pressure is not proof. Feeling lost isn't proof you're failing. Feeling uncertain isn't proof you're broken. Feeling behind isn't proof you're late. Sometimes it's simply proof that you're human, especially in your 20s and 30s, because these years were never meant to be perfect. They were meant to teach you, to challenge you, to shape you, to prepare you. And preparation often looks like confusion before it looks like clarity. So if you've been carrying the weight of feeling behind, take a deep breath. This episode might be exactly what your heart needs, because today we're going to uncover why you feel this way, and more importantly, how to break free from it forever. Maybe you've asked yourself questions like, what am I doing wrong? Why is everyone moving forward except me? Why am I not where I thought I'd be? These questions sound reasonable, but hidden inside them is a dangerous assumption. The assumption that life is supposed to happen according to your plan. The problem is, life rarely follows our plans. Life follows growth, and growth has its own timing, not yours, not mine, its own. The seed does not become a tree overnight. The butterfly does not emerge before the transformation is complete. Nature never rushes, yet somehow humans expect themselves to. And that's why so many people live in constant frustration, not because they're failing, but because they're fighting the season they're in. Reason number one, we compare our insides to other people's outsides. This is one of the biggest traps of modern life. You know your fears, you know your struggles, you know your doubts, you know every mistake you've made, but when you look at someone else, you don't see any of that. You see the promotion, the relationship, the achievement, the result. You see the movie, not the behind the scenes footage. You see the harvest, not the years of planting. And because of that, comparison becomes unfair from the very beginning. You are comparing your entire reality to someone else's carefully selected moments. And no one wins that game because comparison doesn't inspire confidence, it destroys it. Reason number 2, you're focused on a timeline that doesn't exist. Think about it. Most of the deadlines causing your anxiety were created by someone else. Society says one thing, family says another, friends say another, social media creates hundreds more. Eventually, you begin living according to expectations you never consciously chose. And then every year becomes a countdown. Every birthday becomes a reminder. Every achievement by someone else becomes evidence against yourself. But what if those timelines were never yours? What if your life was meant to unfold differently? What if your journey requires lessons others never needed to learn? The timeline that's causing your stress may not even be real. Reason number 3, we are wired for anxiety about feeling behind. Your brain is designed to notice threats. Thousands of years ago, that kept humans alive. Today, that same system often interprets uncertainty as danger. When you don't know what's next, your brain assumes something is wrong. When progress isn't visible, your brain assumes you're failing. When life feels unclear, your brain creates fear. But uncertainty isn't always danger. Sometimes uncertainty is growth happening underground. And some of the most important transformations in life happen where nobody can see them, including you. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Read that again. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Not because everything is perfect, not because every decision was right, not because life has gone according to plan, but because every experience has brought you to this moment. Every setback taught something. Every disappointment revealed something. Every delay prepared something. Even the chapters you wish never happened, especially those chapters, because growth rarely arrives through comfort. Growth arrives through challenge. And one day you'll realize that the detours became the path. What to do when you feel behind. Step number 1, compare less, connect more. Instead of comparing yourself to others, connect with people, learn their real stories. You'll quickly discover that everyone is fighting battles you cannot see. The moment you see people's humanity, comparison begins to lose its power. Step number 2, rewrite your timeline. Stop asking, why haven't I achieved this by now? Start asking, what am I learning right now? Because growth matters more than speed, always. Step number 3, identify your season. Every season has a purpose. Some seasons are for building, some are for healing, some are for learning, some are for planting seeds. The mistake is expecting harvest during planting season. Know your season, respect it, work with it. Step number 4, define progress as consistency, not speed. Most people underestimate what small actions can accomplish over years. A book written one page at a time. A business built one customer at a time. A stronger mind developed one habit at a time. Progress is rarely dramatic. It is usually quiet, invisible, and repetitive, until one day it becomes undeniable. Step number 5, ask the question that changes everything. Instead of asking, how far behind am I? Ask, who am I becoming through this experience? That single question changes everything, because life is not only about outcomes, it's about transformation. 5 practical steps to take this year. Spend less time comparing and more time creating. Stop measuring yourself against social media timelines. Keep a journal of small wins every day. Focus on habits rather than outcomes. Trust slow progress and stay consistent. Final message. Life isn't asking you to move faster. It's asking you to move honestly. Trust the season you're in, honor the lessons it's teaching you, respect the growth that nobody can see yet, and keep showing up day after day, step after step, because the strongest trees grow slowly. The deepest roots develop in silence, and the most meaningful journeys are rarely rushed. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing your chance. Your story is still unfolding. And the next chapter may be closer than you think. Keep going.